It's what's in your wallet.
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. Welcome to Movies with My Best Friend Phil, a movie podcast where we are all drowning in a tank of Satan goop.
Satan soup.
Satan soup.
Every day.
I'm Phil, and I'm sad.
Oh no!
Joined by Sad Craig and Sad Will.
Yeah.
I'm sad. Was sad a part of this movie?
Well, just because of like Satan
and
the devil.
Yeah,
it seems like you'd be sad.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know.
I guess everyone was more mad than sad.
They all seemed pretty inquisitive, you know?
Yeah.
It was like,
I
Satan
feel
might be
inquisitive
here.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes I'm like, nah, I don't really want to ask about that. Kind of want to just leave it.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, when you're talking
like
to
if somebody was like, hey, do you want to research this goop in the basement of a church that's been here for 2,000 years?
Of course.
I'd probably say no, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, you might, the thing that's interesting about that is that no one would ever ask you that.
It's true. Do you guys ever think about this? I don't have the relevant skills to be a character in a movie. Like for my expertise.
I don't know if that's true.
When in a movie are you going to need lighting knowledge?
Red shirts and
yeah, but that doesn't involve my expertise.
You're an expert at getting killed first.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually not though. I've been alive for
tend to keep your
35 years.
You tend to keep your mouth open, and so like the Satan soup can just get squirted right in.
Oh yeah. I would maybe drink Satan soup if somebody offered it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see you being like in like an episode of like Law and Order as you're like sending up lights and be like, I know he came by here last night. You know what I mean? And just like putting up your lights and he's like,
yeah, I saw this guy. He was here. You guys got any other questions for me?
Questions? Because I got to really get back to he stands up my ass. You know what I mean?
I just stand.
You know what I mean?
Created a whole backstory for this character. They never asked for it.
Never asked for it. Yeah, he's
actually. I'm not even getting paid. I just walked out of set.
Hey Phil. A couple notes. Could you stop improvising? Because like we've been working on it and we got
Wait,
limited time.
Are you being Mariska Hargitay?
Yes, I'm being Mariska Hargitay. Did you know that
I love you?
I'm the reson why that there's bars at the bottom of trucks. This is a sad thing. I don't know why I pivoted to
Will,
that.
why did you bring this up?
Oh.
Anyway, speaking of decapitations, what's in your wallet?
Not speak about decapitations.
That's right. It's time for the segment where we reach deep into our best friend's pants and whip out some recommendations. It's what's in your wallet. Craig.
Hi.
Yeah, let's figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of together, what do you have in your wallet that could remove a person's head?
You know, in the past, I had like 5 of those Swiss Army knives. And I think one was a Scout one. Mm-hmm. Did they make those?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
You kept that in your wallet?
You know, you had it on your person.
Okay.
It was more of a
Yeah.
keychain thing.
Think it would really fit.
Everyday carry. Little EDC. I got my pocket flashlight and my pocket knife and a handkerchief and my passport and coins in 10 different countries' currencies.
Oh my God! It's
everyday
Jason
carry,
Bourne.
baby.
I don't. Just you speaking, then I instantly became a radical feminist.
Yeah, I didn't like saying it. I'll be honest.
Yeah, those Swiss Army knives. Have you ever used those for anything? I just had them because my dad had them.
Oh yeah, I bring it like camping. I have a really nice Swissy that's like I bring camping and it's great.
Yeah. I had a multi-tool, but I forgot that I had it on my person when I went through the airport security.
Oof.
And goodbye.
I have lost 3 pocket knives forgetting that I had them and going into like a concert or a sporting event. And you get there and they're like, what's in your pocket? And I go, oh, nothing. Oh, sorry, it's a knife.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's 3 knives.
It's my murdering knife.
Oh, this? I wasn't going to kill anyone. Can I keep it?
Can I keep it, please, sir?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never lost anything like that because I don't carry one on me, but I do carry one on me for work, which is
You carry a knife on you for work?
yes.
What?
Like a Swiss, that's like a utility tool. It's like a
okay.
multi-tool that's got like all
Screwdriver.
Like,
a
where
pair
are
of
you
pliers.
going to work where you need a stabbing knife?
Well, okay.
Boxes.
First off,
I used to carry a pocket knife when I worked at an electrical distributor because I had to open boxes
you
constantly.
open boxes. You never
So
know.
I had
when
a
you're gonna need
pocket
one.
knife just for
Yeah.
opening boxes.
Yeah, no, I just have a multi-tool in my bag that I pull out and to do
I
dumb things with.
I was a guy who carried a pocket knife around all the time, and
I was never a pocket knife guy. I was
Always been a
I
pocket
was a
knife guy.
I was a watch guy for like a really long time, where I was like always had to have a phone. It's because I had crippling anxiety that my mom just thought was like a cute little fun thing about Will. Is that Will always needed to know what time it was. That's just so funny about Will.
Oh my God.
That's so funny, Will. You're so
you're
funny.
so cute. Patch on the head. Look at that little watch.
Yeah. It's because I was terrified of doing anything wrong ever. So I needed to know what time it was.
Yeah,
Just in case.
they're
It
connected.
mattered. Yep.
Craig, you were gonna say something before we talked about pocket knives,
Yeah.
but if you wanted to talk about pocket
Yeah.
knives more,
No, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I went to a concert, and it was at the Big House.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
You went to that concert?
I went to that concert.
You went to that concert?
that big
did.
old concert?
the big old concert.
Wow.
So,
The biggest concert of all time?
the biggest concert of all time, allegedly,
Yes.
was at Michigan Stadium. For those who are not in Michigan, don't know what the Big House is.
Yeah, it's not a prison.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Oh.
Universities, man. Ugh.
Yeah, that doesn't really work for the Big House because it's a football stadium.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
Like, what
just. I'm
students
doing
are-
a bit.
Students like want in there.
I'm being a character.
Oh, what's the character though?
Dumb guy.
Oh,
Dumb guy.
okay. Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's not a
definitely a
character.
character. Uh-huh.
That's just you.
Ouch.
Stop sneezing.
So, yeah, it was interesting because
Who was this concert?
So the headliner was Zach Bryan, who is a kind of a little bit country, little bit
Rock and roll.
little rock and roll.
I couldn't help that. That just like came
It just
out of
came
my
out,
mouth.
yeah.
I know.
It had to.
Is that something your dad would have said?
Yeah, he's
A little bit folk, but we did not go there for him, and it's probably a good thing that we didn't. We went there for John Mayer because
Yes.
Veronica loves John Mayer.
I love John Mayer.
So, okay, I don't know anything about music,
Mhm.
like really, like who is good at things.
Mhm.
But I mean, he's one of the best guitar players of all time,
He's
right?
he
Really,
is,
really good.
yes.
Okay, I just want to make
He-
sure
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not being
yeah,
a
yeah.
basic
He-
bitch.
Don't let the like pop thing fool
Yes.
you.
He to me is like the Leonardo DiCaprio of guitar, where like everyone was like, he's only in movies because he's cute.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's part of it. That's why a lot of people like him for sure. But he's actually
Actually
quite
quite
talented.
good. He's got a trio that he does that is way more into the like blues side of his influences.
Yep.
And it is really good. Do they play?
Uh,
Did he do his thing where he has like full band set and then he brings it down to like a trio or like a small group?
No, he just, I mean, he was definitely opening for the headliner. It was one of those because I think Zach Bryan played for about 2 hours and everyone else played for an hour at most.
Oof. Okay.
And so it was very cool. And again, he just blows everyone out of the water because he was just like, the song could have gone on for 10 minutes and I wouldn't have known because he's just sitting there shredding on his guitar. I'm just like,
yeah. He's really very, very good.
How close were you?
I mean,
Were you in the stadium?
yeah, we were on stamina, so
Yeah.
we're like halfway up.
Yeah.
So, but it's I've never been to Michigan Stadium before, so
Oh, really?
it was pretty cramped,
Mm-hmm.
as you'd imagine. And
I've been there a bunch. Sorry.
most, and we'd had a very long day. I'll get to that later. And so we left after John Mayer because we're like,
Oh, yeah.
we saw
You know
other
what?
band.
That's fine.
That's
I
yeah.
know.
I probably would have done the same.
That's who I would have been going there to see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
and And by that time, it was like 9:00, and we'd been there for 3 hours already, just with trying to get to the damn place.
Ooh.
And we still got absolutely hosed by the ride share on the way out.
Yeah.
Charged us like $55 just to drive away.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, parking was $100
Yeah.
if you wanted to park anywhere near the stadium, like anywhere near. So it was about an hour walk anywhere that you wanted to go. So we Ubered in from my work just so we could get as close as possible.
Wow.
But everyone who was there was mostly college students who were not there for John Mayer. And John Mayer knew this. And he kind of was like, hey, thanks for listening to old grandpa over here.
That's so weird to me.
I know.
I mean, that's
Because
the way
like,
it goes.
That's the way it goes. It's just
Yeah.
like I've been listening to John Mayer for like 20 years at this point
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
So like it's really weird to hear him being not the headliner.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, we've seen him. This is probably our 5th time
To
seeing
Zach
him.
Bryan, who I don't think I could name a
No.
song of his.
You might have heard one of his songs.
I know I've heard some of them.
Yeah.
I just don't know the names of any of them.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's country, right? 'Cause, like it plays on country rather. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he's bro country. I really like the band. I couldn't tell you who they were. But he was more old school country.
Oh, cool.
Than bro country, which I can't stand.
No.
Like I'm proud to be an American. That kind of stuff.
That's sort
Yeah.
of like
And
I got
Which
my
is funny 'cause
girl
that's
in
like
my
an
car
old-
and my dog.
I
to
know.
my
Well, that's
side.
now old now, but
Yeah.
what I mean is only talking
Nationalist country.
about nationalist country.
Don't try
and-
this in a small
Oh
town.
Yeah.
God, it
Gods,
disgusts
guns,
me
and
that is
all
the
that
name
stuff.
of a.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know what they're doing in the city, but I'm just with my girl and she's sure pretty.
Yeah.
Shit like that over and over
Basically.
again.
But everyone there was college students wearing cowboy boots and hats, and I
Yep.
felt very out of place.
I hate nothing more than the Midwestern cowboy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
take those boots off.
Do you know there's like a very large group of Canadian, like
Yes.
Western lovers?
Yes, I did know that.
Yes.
You know who else loves a good dude ranch? Is the Germans.
I was gonna say the
Oh.
Germans.
yeah,
They love cowboys.
yeah.
I mean, I've heard of, different cultures weirdly getting into Western culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one that I find very fascinating is that like Japanese people
Yeah.
love going to Hawaii, which is sort of like, cool. Good to hear. Do you know, it's fine. Never mind. Maybe I won't. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not gonna say it.
I'm not going to say
I was
this.
gonna
I mean, but yeah. Neat.
Is it weird?
It might be weird. I mean, to be fair, like it is kind of weird that like this is America at all, you know? Because like we
Yeah.
haven't exactly been kind to this place
Yeah.
either.
No.
So yeah, everything's strange.
Everything's strange and everything's bad.
So I guess my recommendation is
Listen to John Mayer.
listen to John Mayer
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
all his stuff, even
Everybody
is more
is a
country. Like he had a more of country album.
He came out and did like pure pop.
Yeah.
And then he got into like bluesier stuff, and then he started doing his own like singer-songwriter country vibes, kind of with all of his old influences as well. He's honestly, it's been really he's been a cool artist to follow the trajectory of.
Yeah, he is one of those people who is like, he's like, you know, you've heard like people talk about like a comedian's comedian or something like that, but
Yeah.
like he is like a musician's musician. Like he's one of those. I've never really gotten into his music, mostly because like I probably just haven't sought it out. But I just know that like tons of people who are like, you know, you'd hear like a list of guitarists that like heavy metal guy like admires, and one of them would be like John Mayer, and you'd be like,
I'm
what?
sorry,
Go
what?
back.
Yeah.
What?
You like
Well-
that guy? Your Body is a Wonderland guy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a testament to his ability that he can change genres and be able to put his own thing into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's had an album that was a whiff, Because I mean, there's plenty of bands or artists who are like, I think I'm gonna do country this time, and it's just like, no, nobody liked that. Or like when Mumford and Sons stopped being Mumford and Sons and started like, we're gonna be a rock band. You're like, no, that's
Don't
not why
do
we
that.
like you.
That's not what
Or
we
when
want.
Garth Brooks became, I already forgot his name.
Greg
God.
Bad Guy.
Yeah,
it
Greg, like
was-
Steve Soul Patch. It was something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't quite that, but
Chris.
Man,
Ainsworth.
Yes, Chris Gainsworth.
And
Chris
Gaines.
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 Chris Gaines.
Yes,
Chris Gaines.
Yes.
We got
Yes.
there.
We got there.
We got there in like 3. That was
Yeah.
impressive,
That's not too
guys. Yeah.
And then earlier that day, I ran a 5K. So
Yeah, I
that
saw
happened.
that. That's good. And
Yay.
next time you do one of those, you should let me know, and I'll go with you.
Next time you do one of those, let me know and I'll show up.
I
but I will not
love
run.
running. 5K is like the perfect. I like running. I ran
I
today.
did a 5K once.
And 5K is like the perfect because it's like
It's a
it's
good
not
old like
it's-
3.1 miles. It's like perfect.
Yeah, I mean, but if you go running, that's my exercise.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I ran 2 miles today. It's an extra.
Yeah, I'm just saying like 3.1 miles is like perfect.
I feel like you're making fun of me.
I'm not. I don't know what I'm
Okay.
doing. I don't know
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Phil just has to be part of this.
Yeah, I just
somehow.
have to be part of it.
I don't know. It's a fun amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was at my friend, like really old friend. He owns an apple orchard.
What is he, like 100?
Yes.
Mm.
Deal's Orchard up in Holly.
Rip Van Winkle is the name I couldn't think of. I don't know why. That's who I was going to call
that's
his
who
friend.
Garth
Yeah,
Brooks
yeah.
turned into?
Yeah, it is. Anyways,
so yeah, it was just, I got to see some old friends, and I did better than I thought I would. I got
Nice.
second in the 35 to 39.
wow.
Nice.
And the guy who was ahead of me was going to be ahead of me because he must have been just turned 35 and he was a lot more fit than I was. So, like, you got this.
About how many people ran it?
Oh, I'd say about maybe
3,000?
60 or
Okay.
70. So,
That's cool.
it was
I mean,
it's small.
I've done the Ann Arbor. Well, they call it the Ann Arbor Marathon, but I didn't do the marathon. You can run different lengths, and that one is just like a zoo.
yeah.
You know, it's like a ton of people, but well, the first year I did it, it was really fun because you ran downtown Ann Arbor, and it was just kind of cool to be running on the streets
Mhm.
of Ann Arbor.
That's where I did mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keep going.
Okay. And
Wait,
and-
stop.
okay.
Keep going.
And then the second time I did it, it was like further south, like not downtown, closer to like the big house. And you ran through, oh man, what is the park there? It's got a funny name. Is it Arboretum?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you ran through that, and that was a nightmare because it was just like all straight ups and downs.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't want to ever do this again.
Ooh.
So, great wallet. Phil, do you have a better wallet?
Well, okay. So, speaking of Holly,
Okay.
Michigan,
Hmm.
or places near there,
Yeah.
I went to the Ren Fair, the Renaissance Festival, and I went dressed up, and that was fun. And I bought an ocarina, and that was cool.
Cool.
And I'm going to learn how to play it.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make noises on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar to the recorder
Yeah.
in terms of,
It's, I would argue, nearly identical.
yeah.
So just remember elementary school.
Yeah.
And you'll
Yeah,
be
I'm not going
fine.
to remember that.
Okay.
The neighbor girl down the way, like when I walk Jack and the boys to the bus stop, she's always sitting out before school starts, like playing the recorder.
Oh.
And it's always like those when the Saints go marching in. And I don't know why. It's just like, I'm like I love my neighborhood.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then we watched jousting, ate some food, and then everyone in the group was watching jousting again, and Jack and I were like, we're kind of like worn out. It's really hot, and blah blah blah. Let's go sit in the shade. And this whole time I'd been searching for a sword, and we went to the one place that was selling swords, and I was like, none of these are speaking to me.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
so
it's like the wands and
you
Harry
got
Potter.
Yeah.
I don't choose the sword. The sword chooses me.
And then it was incredible, but you walked to the lake and this lady walked out and was like,
here's a sword. And I
here's a
said,
sword.
I need an adult. I don't think I'm allowed to take this from you.
And she's like, good. I actually, now that I think on it, this is a terrible way to like
Yeah.
do government.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give you this.
Yeah. But we were sitting in the shade, just cooling off, and we're like, let's go take a walk. There's like a couple more booths we haven't seen.
Mhm.
And then we came across another place selling swords.
Oh my God.
And I walked
Who
in.
would have thunk it?
And when I looked at it online, it did say there was only one place selling swords.
Oh, so this was an illegal one.
No, I think I just missed it.
Oh.
I think I'm
So
just
you're
dumb
just
and
a
can't
dummy.
read maps.
Okay.
Or didn't read this map well. I can read maps. Shut up.
Sure.
I can read maps.
Sure. It's a weird
so I
thing to
walked
get
in,
angry about.
and I saw a really cool sword on the wall, and I bought a sword. And now I'm a guy who owns a sword, guys.
Now you're even more dangerous.
Yeah. It's not very sharp. I will say that.
I'm glad to hear that.
I could sharpen it. It is sharpenable.
We were on a Zoom call the other day, and you pulled out the sword, and I got so nervous.
You got so... You gave such dad energy.
Oh no.
I was just like, I've seen, okay, and I don't mean to be weird about it, but I've seen Phil get hurt kind of a lot. And
Yep.
I realized that they're
Well,
like,
okay. All right.
well, now hang on. Now hang on.
Are you talking about the one time?
The one time and the other times that you had the hip issues and stuff. I don't know. It just,
Okay. So 2 times.
so three
You didn't see the first hip.
No, I want you to the,
Okay, you did see. So 3 times.
okay.
And that was all 20 years ago.
I know, but the thing is I have a lot of, even though you were the one who got really, really, really hurt,
Yeah.
it was not a good day for me either.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
I don't mean to bring that up.
Wow. This is
you know?
all about you, Will,
It's
isn't
not
it?
all about me, but it was not a good day. And
I
so when you
can
pulled that
imagine it would
sword
suck.
out, and I was like, cool, I'm going to be around for when Phil cuts his fingers off. And Phil's mom's going to look at me with such disappointment.
Yep.
Because it's
How
going to
could you let this
somehow
happen to my boy?
going to be my fault.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Will
was
is
very
definitely
funny
not
'cause
carry
I-
that around with him. His
No,
whole
I'm not.
life.
And your mom never once even looked at me like it could have ever been my fault. It was just, I projected how my parents.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so I pulled it out on the Zoom, and yeah, you were just like, immediately like, you need to put that away. You got to put that away. Put that away. Because you could put that away.
Talk about mom energy
It's
instead.
like-
It really was.
okay.
It was almost embarrassing for me.
It was great.
We played with I think we were at my buddy Tim's house in high school, and he had a bunch of swords just because,
That feels
he likes
right.
anime.
Ben Bar.
Yep.
And we were just fooling around, and Jeremy Metley almost got me right in the eye.
Oh,
Barely missed me, and his reaction was to drop the sword and walk away.
That sounds so accurate
Yes.
to the Jeremy
Yeah.
Bentley that I knew.
So do you remember when we did Three Musketeers?
Yeah.
And so we had those like swords that we used like real swords.
Yeah.
And I remember I was practicing fencing with Beth Kolangowski, who played a dude, and we were like doing it, and she slipped or something, and she poked me right in the eye,
Oh my god.
but it like went underneath my eye, and I felt my eyeball move.
Oh.
And it was like one of the most. I was like, ah! And she was like, ah, and I was like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm fine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you got to one up me there, Will. Jeez.
Sorry.
So
I totally forgot about that memory.
I brought the sword over to Steve's house because I was going over there to play D&D with him and Charlie and a few other people, and brought the sword out. And Charlie, my nephew, who is 9, a 9-year-old boy, what do you think his reaction was?
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
do you
it
want
was
to know
like-
what
Put
it
that
was?
sword away. This is
No, he
dangerous.
said, "Why'd you buy a sword?"
Oh.
And I was like, "What do you mean? Why'd I buy a sword? It's very cool." He's like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "Well, why'd you say it that way?"
Actually, that's something my son would say.
Then he also
'Cause
told me that he doesn't trust me with a butter knife, and I said, "I don't know where this is coming from.
I've been
I'll
Talk
beat
to
you
his
up.
dad too much.
Yeah.
I'll beat you up." So yeah, I got shamed a little bit, but I own a sword, and it's very cool. It's heavy.
You own a truck and a sword.
Yeah, I'm a certain kind of guy, but I'm not that kind of guy, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of guy this is.
So
he's odd.
Okay, what I need to do, I feel like, is have a bunch of. So I had a friend in Colorado that had a, I forget what it was, but it was like he had a bumper sticker that was something like gun-toting leftist or something, and it was all on like a rainbow flag. And I was like, I need to be that guy. I need to have that. Like, I need to go so far, like, out there on the truck that's like, hey, I'm not a truck guy. I realize I'm a white guy with a shaved head in a truck in Michigan.
So, yeah, you need to like put flags on the back of your truck, but they need to be like the Mandalorian flag and the Pride flag or something.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
No, I think you should do the Punisher, and then the
Punisher, and then a sign that says, but I actually know the Punisher as a character, so this isn't what you think it is.
The Punisher hates cops.
I hate cops.
Yeah.
That takes up the entire window, and the Punisher sticker is like very small.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, so that's what I've got. I got a sword. And it's now a big part of my personality, I guess.
Yeah, this happens every single time you buy a new thing, you go, I guess this is who I am now.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm this guy now. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then we never talk of it again.
Yeah.
As
I
it
don't
should
know
be.
who I am, Will.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm just practicing until I figure it out.
Will, who are you?
I'm a guy who loves Star Wars because what's in my wallet is kind of twofold. Like I bought.
Oh, it's a billfold?
A bifold?
It's a billfold, yeah. That really derailed my thoughts.
Star Wars.
Oh, you're right. So for my son's birthday, he's gotten really into Star Wars, which is the greatest thing ever. And I bought him the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga.
Oh,
Yeah,
and man,
nice.
I have to say those games are like I had to start a secret save because I'm not supposed to, but I had to start a secret save where I was playing the game because he wanted to do episode 1, 2, and 3. And I was like, I don't want to do this. We got to do a New Hope. What are you talking about? So I played, and I've been playing all at night. I
have played with Charlie. It's very, very
no, those
fun.
games are like super fun.
Yeah.
And they're always just a little bit janky. Like I don't know how.
Yes.
I don't know how they still haven't figured out how to like not like we were doing the final battle on Mustafar with like Anakin versus Obi-Wan, and I was playing second player because Jack wanted to play as Obi-Wan. And at one point I was R2D2 up in the air, just like flying around and like, but just like driving on the air. And Anakin was just frozen, and we had to restart the level over again. And I was like, "This is such a flash of the because I remember I had the original Star Wars Lego Star Wars game, and I was like, those games were just like super fun to play with friends because a lot of my friends, like because Caitlin and Scott Hall, who was my roommate, they weren't really gamers, but they could play those games with me.
Mm-hmm.
And those games, like that's the thing, like. It made me realize after playing like a bunch of Smash Bros. And because that's Sean's favorite game right now.
Yes.
And a bunch of the like Muso games, the Warriors games. It's like there's nothing more fun than playing a game where you can like play as any character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like that should be a staple of every game.
Yeah.
Like some of the like most fun parts were when you could like realize you like unlocked another character that you could play as. I don't know.
Especially when it's, I love it in the Star Wars Lego games because you can play like,
right.
just like batshit time warpy stuff where you're like, oh yeah, I'm from episode 6 and we're playing in episode 1.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
this
also,
doesn't make any
sense. And also,
sense.
you can play as like Salacious Crumb and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like characters.
they have the wildest selection of characters.
Yeah,
it's great.
But it was also done pretty well usually. Like I've played some of the Marvel ones, which are so fun. You can like play as like anybody from like the Marvel canon and it's done well where like they have the powers they're supposed to have and they work the way they're supposed to work and stuff. So it's the biggest problem is one, the games are way too bloated with like extra stuff to do.
Yeah.
And they're incredibly janky. Like,
Yeah.
if they could like figure out I saw somebody the other day make like a post that was like, why haven't they made a Star Wars Luke Skywalker game? Like, you know how they a while ago, maybe a year ago, I bought the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game, which is where you just play Dragon Ball Z from beginning to end. And I was like, I was obsessed with it. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. And I'm like, yeah, man, that would be so fun to just play a video game where you're just Luke Skywalker from the moment on, Tatooine when he meets C-3PO and R2-D2 to like, maybe
when he kills his dad.
Or maybe, well, he doesn't really. Does he kill his? I guess he does. Sort of the Emperor does, though. Anyways, yeah, and my other slight recommendation is, so the one thing that the game includes is the sequel trilogy, which I haven't revisited.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Force Awakens came out, I loved it. Like, I knew a lot of people didn't like it. It was divisive. Everyone's like, it's a New Hope, but different. I'm like, who cares? Like, Star Wars is kind of terrible anyways. You know what I mean? Like Star Wars fans are the most obnoxious because they're always like, this is incredible. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's all right.
This stuff is, no, it's, what's fun about it isn't any of the lore. The lore is dumb. What's fun about it is all the other stuff. You know what I mean? Like the speeders and the going fast and the lightsabers and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not, why does his thing do, who cares? Who cares? How does the lightsaber work? Who cares how it works?
Yeah.
Anyways, but I haven't gone back to The Last Jedi, which I was somebody who did not like The Last Jedi when it came out.
Is that the middle one?
That's the middle one where they did a weird thing where they got Rian Johnson to do it. And Rian Johnson sort of made a movie that was basically a little bit of a slap on the wrist to Star Wars fans. It was basically saying and which is why a lot of people who like movies love it, because they were like, ooh, this one was different. It had something to say. You know what I mean? But I went to go see it. I was like, I want to see Luke Skywalker be cool. And Luke Skywalker was just like, everything sucks. Don't ever try anything ever. It doesn't matter.
Let me get this weird blue milk
let me drink this weird blue milk. Let me just all of your preconceived notions about what you want this to be. I'm going to take a huge steaming dump on them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to challenge you to think beyond Star Wars. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's not why I'm here. So I think I might revisit these movies finally. And then of course, The Rise of Skywalker came out, which feels like them course correcting terribly in the opposite direction, which
I still haven't seen it.
I liked. I didn't think it was good, but I had a fun time with it. You know what I mean? It was still Star Wars. You know what I mean? It was still lightsabers. It was still space battles. It was still quips. It was Poe Dameron is, I think, the best character to come out of the series. I don't know. I mean, I didn't walk away going they've done it. They landed the plane. You know what I mean? I walked away, went, that was something. It sure was, wasn't it? But I didn't I wasn't about to have a I wasn't about to let it ruin my day. I feel like so many people were walking into that one going this is going to be the worst and I'm going to be so mad. And then they went in there see, I was so right because it was such garbage and it's nothing like, and I'm like, guys, do you remember when Return of the Jedi ended in a teddy bear picnic? Because I do. Star Wars is stupid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. It's just kind of dumb. Remember when halfway through they're like, oh, you know what? Actually, Leia's his sister. And we all just act like that's a totally normal now. But Leia being Luke's sister was fucked
kind
up.
of dumb.
It's kind of dumb and kind of fucked up because it was he's lusting after this girl. Is it going to be Han? Is it going to be Leia? Is it going to be Han? Oh, it's going to be Han because Luke's actually her brother. What?
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
And it just it also the whole idea of Leia, if you watch the first movie, A New Hope, with the idea that Darth Vader is her dad, it's it's weird because she's like so antagonistic, and like and then like it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any. It doesn't.
Mhm.
It doesn't work, and it's fine that it doesn't work. You know.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
are you
anyway.
talking so much about Star Wars?
Because
now?
I can't stop it. I seriously can't
I
stop.
thought you
Yeah.
promised that
I
you would never
hate
do this
talking
again.
about Star Wars because I can't stop. Anyways, speaking of 1970s movies that went into the 80s and where the middle one was the best, but that's probably not the case with this trilogy, even though it's a loose trilogy that's not really a trilogy. We saw part 2 kind of in the Apocalypse trilogy of John Carpenter. I said all the words in the wrong order. We saw The Prince of Darkness.
Yay.
I landed the plane. See? I did it. It was
They
just like the
did.
I
rise
don't
of
feel safe.
It was just like the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
The Prince of Darkness is a 1987 American supernatural horror film written and co-scored and directed by John Carpenter and starring Donald Pleasence, Victor Wong, Jameson Parker, and Lisa Blount. It had a $3 million budget and it made $14.2 million at the box office. It's 101 minutes long. How do you think this movie is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes, Craig?
I will say a 74.
What do you think, Phil?
75.
Oh, you're that guy, huh?
Yeah, I Price is Right at him.
You're both way off. It's 63.
Oh,
Well, not way
man.
off. Off by 10.
Yeah.
And with a 61 audience score. So, Craigerton, you picked this movie.
I did. So this is one of John Carpenter's lesser known movies.
I had never heard of it.
And
I had heard of it.
La-di-da.
the connection to Tremors was Victor Wong. In this movie, he plays Professor Howard Byrack. I
Yeah.
think is how they
Yeah.
say it. So just a little bit of background. Carpenter has a weird roller coaster of a career
Yeah.
Sure
throughout
does.
the 70s and 80s, because while all his his run from arguably from Halloween, some might include like Precinct 13. Like I've seen his Dark Star was his first one. That's a weird sci-fi movie. If you ever want to see something really low budget but still interesting.
I do.
Yes.
I-
I would
I
recommend
do.
Dark Star. But Halloween was such a massive success
Mhm.
in 1978 that he basically had a blank check for about a decade or so,
Yeah.
where even if his movies weren't profitable, he'd find a studio to do it. But what he's finding is that every time he's putting his heart into something like The Thing, that bombs terribly. Big Trouble in Little China, which is the movie before this one,
Which we also watched.
yes, also bombed terribly, and didn't get people didn't understand like that it was trying to be a send up, but also making us look at how we portray
Yeah.
certain people in our society. So he had to do a couple for hire stuff in the middle of the 80s there with like Starman and Christine. And so he was able to sign a new agreement with, I think it was Live Pictures is the production company or the distributor. Live Films. Basically what he thought is because the budget for Big Trouble in Little China was so big, that was the issue, is that he wanted a smaller budget so he could have free reign. He didn't have to worry about a studio looking over his shoulder all the time. And so this had a much smaller budget, which makes it a lot easier. If it's $3 million, if you make $14 million, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
And if you look at this movie, it doesn't have a lot of like crazy special effects. There's really a lot of practical, like turning the camera upside down for the goop, and a lot of just practical makeup. And a guy with a monster hand coming through a mirror.
Yeah.
So
And probably the goop is probably just like green
yeah,
ecto cooler.
Yeah, there was a lot of like shots either in water or of water
yeah,
changed the direction. Like the whole mirror sequence was like clearly like a pool of water that they turned the camera on the side to make it seem like they're going into the yeah
which is very simple. And,
yeah.
I mean,
Effective though.
Yeah, it's effective. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But any person who knows movie making is just like, yeah, I know exactly how they did that, and that's not exactly that clever, but it achieves what it's supposed to do.
Sure. Yeah.
So I had picked this movie just because it's one of those where it's not as well known, but it's still part of his really great 10 years. After this, he has They Live, and then basically after that, unfortunately, he kind of falls off.
Minus John Carpenter's Vampires.
Of course.
That's got to be included in his good run.
I haven't seen a lot of his 90s stuff. In the Mouth of Madness, I have to watch that again.
I really liked it.
I
It's
know,
very
I gotta
weird.
watch it again.
I will say John Carpenter's Vampires weirdly comes up on this show like all the time.
By you
By me.
only.
Yeah. Every time his name is mentioned, you just say it.
Yeah. Because I think it's actually cool.
So I'll
James
talk.
Woods is in it.
I'll talk more about how I feel about the movie.
And he's totally normal and not
Yes.
problematic at all.
Yes. So I'll talk more about the movie a little bit later. I want to hear what you thought about it, Phil.
I really enjoyed this movie. I knew I was going to. This movie's been on my list to watch. It's right in the sort of like supernatural horror mystery science blend that I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
This movie has my name all over it. And I really enjoyed it. I think.
But you didn't love it.
No, I think I loved it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I loved it. It hit all the buttons. It was funny. It was silly. It was
I don't recall those moments.
I mean, some of the
guy
Dennis Dunn.
Dennis
character.
Dunn, yeah.
Yeah.
His character was funny.
I mean,
'Cause
he
he
was
was-
obviously the funny character. I'm not sure he said anything funny.
I mean,
but,
I chuckled.
okay.
No, I loved this. This is like exactly in my wheelhouse of like things I love.
Yeah.
That's what I got. Yeah.
Will?
So I definitely liked it. It's not necessarily my cup of tea type movie. Like this is definitely more of a Phil Craig collab, because it's much more of the like, like science fiction horror, cosmic horror-y kind of
It is
stuff.
a genre film with a capital G.
Yeah. And but I definitely enjoyed it. It feels like it has kind of B-movie energy,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which I enjoyed
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Just
but
the
it also
concept is extremely B-movie.
which by the way, the concept you haven't explained that yet,
No.
have you? Okay, so like the whole premise of the movie is like there is a church, a Catholic church that has like a green tube of goo. And it's had this green tube of goo for eons, I guess.
So the Catholic Church, like a sect of it, discovers
Yes.
the brother of the Order of Sleep discovers this green vat
yes.
2,000 years ago, and
I mean,
so they've been hanging on to
Yeah.
it and keeping it secret, even from the Vatican.
Yeah.
But
And
the vat itself is older because it comes out
Yes.
later. That
Yeah, and Jesus was like, "Hey, like, leave the vat alone." Like,
and also
right?
Jesus was potentially an alien.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
thing. Like,
Jesus
I was like,
an alien.
I was like,
Satan, like all evil,
Is from
Yeah.
another
is
dimension.
from another dimension,
Yes.
and is like a real physical.
it's a real
thing.
physical thing. So, like, basically, this priest is like, "Hey, what is the character's name or the actor's name?" Like,
Donald Pleasance,
yeah, and then he asked his friend.
Victor Wong.
Yeah, Victor Wong. Sorry, didn't have any of the names in front of me. Yeah, he asked his friend Victor Wong, like,
Are you thinking we're going to be surprised that you don't know the names? We've been doing this for years.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
You didn't know the names when we would watch the movie and go straight into the podcast, Will.
That's true. But no, I was more disappointed that you couldn't just tell me it right then and there because you guys know it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Victor Wong's character is like his buddy, right? His like friend in the science fields. You know what I mean? And so he's like, hey, like, I need help with this thing.
Yeah.
And so like, because like, by the way, evil's real. But when he was like explaining, when they were figuring it all out, I was like, this is like really blasphemous. Like,
yeah,
in a way
Yeah.
that I would say is relatively innocuous, you know, because it's just a movie, blah, blah, blah. But in a way that like in our current climate, I feel like if you came out with a movie where it's like, oh, by the way, Jesus is maybe an alien. Also, he like was a part of this certain sect of like people, and like the Satan is a real thing from a different dimension that's been trying to break into ours for millennia or whatever. It's just like, which was also weird because like later on in the movie, after this Catholic priest learns all this stuff, he's still like praying to God. And I was like, really? Yeah, like, doesn't this like kind of prove like
this didn't shake your faith
to
at
shake
all?
your faith at all? Like, okay, I mean,
Well, I mean,
guess-
it doesn't mean that God isn't real.
I know, but
True.
I just mean that like
But it does mean that the church knew about this and
Yeah.
hid it because
yeah, and I mean they talk about that, so it's a
Yeah.
lot of condemnation of the church.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
anyways. But like basically the premise is so there's this Catholic priest, he's got this vat of goo. He's like, hey, something is happening with it. I can't
because the
remember-
last priest of the order has died,
yeah,
and
that's
so
right.
he finds a key in the guy's pocket, and he finds the vat, and he realizes that like this guy died before telling everyone that, oh, by the way, Satan's gonna escape.
Oh yeah, okay. And so so then he's like, hey, you're a philosophy / a metaphysics major, I don't professor or whatever.
theoretical
it's
physics.
Theoretical physics.
That's it.
Yeah.
And he's like, bring a bunch of students, we gotta study this thing and figure out what's going on. And that's
So
basically
they create a ragtag team.
we have a
of
ragtag
scientists
team of scientists
They're grad
from
students.
all different
students, yeah.
grad tag
A grad
Grad
tag
tag.
team of scientists from all different
fields.
fields to kind of like, it's like you got people who are like know stuff and then people who know other stuff. I had no
It was-
examples
well, yeah,
when
there
I
were-
asked my
Somebody was
brain.
studying like the corrosion
Yeah.
on the
Mhm.
the vat to see like how old it was.
The one girl was a theologian,
Yeah.
basically,
Yeah.
or was studying ancient scripture.
Yeah.
So it had this
They were,
very, like-
translating.
I really enjoyed the like sort of methodical sort of like breakdown of like events where it's like,
Mhm.
oh, we're studying it, we're figuring out what's going on. And you know, essentially, spoiler alert, the green goo starts escaping and finds its way into
multiple people's
so
mouths.
it ends
Yeah.
up having this very like almost the Thing vibe to it, where it's like the human being, like, you know, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers or whatever,
yeah.
where like there are people who are walking around, not so much like in the Thing, it's more like they're like being they're more like what's the word, inhabiting the personalities of the people, because like when people in this get changed, they're like robots. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then
It's
so
a
that's
little bit of a zombie movie, a little bit of
Yes.
a possession movie.
yeah, yes, exactly. And then yeah, essentially from there, once they become aware of the problem, and they're like, by the time they become aware of it, like half of them have been taken over. It becomes your, you know, typical fare of like, okay, how do we stop this? How do we stop this from occurring?
hmm
And I have to say, the second half of this movie is really gross,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't like looking at the screen at sometimes.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
totally fair because there's green goo going into people's mouths, green goo coming from someone's mouth into another person's mouth.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's a pregnant lady with a bunch of weird makeup on that looks
she's
like
not
a
really
demon,
pregnant.
but she's not really pregnant.
yeah.
There's a
She
lot
just
of
gets
bugs.
all the
a lot of
goo goes
grubs.
into that woman's mouth, and her
Yeah.
stomach becomes distended, and it's pretty gross. And then her whole body's. That part didn't really make a ton of sense to me, because there's like, oh, her entire bone structure is changing, and she's changing, and it's like, and what she changed into is her with a bunch of lesions on her face. And I was like, so why change the bone structure at all?
Yeah.
There's a guy made out of bugs.
Yeah, there's a guy made out of bugs,
There's a
which
guy
I
made out of
like.
bugs. I don't remember that part.
The guy
It's the guy
who-
outside.
outside.
It's
Oh, right.
they
yeah,
get him, and then they're like,
he's not really made out of bugs.
it's
He
just
was
bugs
like,
in the shape of him.
bugs
Yes.
like ate him up and hollowed him out, and then it fell apart.
Yeah,
More
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I have to say the tension of the movie has a great way of ramping up
Yes.
because
It's really good.
the very beginning you're seeing like you have Donald Pleasance is like looking up at the sun and it's just like everything feels very aggressive and there's bugs just crawling all over things and ants.
I mean, it
and-
does a really good job of being grounded in like this science,
Mhm.
and everyone in it is relatively or is like smart. Nobody's making like bad decisions,
No,
but we know more than they do
Yeah.
throughout it. So
Yeah.
like we know that what they're doing is dumb, or not dumb, rather will end up hurting them. But there's no way they would have known that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
half of them are like, this can't be like they don't even know what they're doing. Half of them don't even know what they're doing.
yeah.
now.
They only just started the science
Yeah.
like 6 hours ago.
Yeah, and most of them are like, what are we even like we're studying this weird looking thing. Half of them don't even see it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the women who are up top doing the, women work.
Translating.
Translating ancient scripts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
and the
woman doesn't even
secretary.
see. She doesn't even go into the basement as far as
no,
we
I
see.
think she just
No, I don't think so. No.
And then there's a few other people that don't go. That one professor, Leahy,
Mm-hmm.
who just like shows up and then leaves before
yeah.
he just like gets out of this.
God bless him.
What's he doing right now?
Yeah.
Like after all this goes down, and he's just like, oh, I was supposed to be there. All my grad students died. Like,
Well, and so you say that they don't have all the information,
Yeah.
and we do. Donald Pleasance has the information because he knows this
Right.
has to be done because he's had the dream.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. So the other
Yeah.
thing that's happening is that this Catholic Church is like the Brotherhood of Sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And which is a weird thing Catholics do, where they all have like sort of like cults within their cult. Anyways, but it's that anybody who sleeps there has this really weird sort of lo-fi dream of a VHS tape of somebody going like, "We are coming to you from the future. We see you now. We are trying to connect with you." And you kind of see like a dark figure, and it's like, "We're here. Yay." I can't remember at all what they say, but
it's
So-
something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
So I think though you see it quite a few times, and it
Yes.
seems like it gets the message is a little different. You see a little bit more of the figure that is coming out from
Yeah,
the front of
whatever
the
it
church.
is that's like coming.
And how they did that is they filmed it
Mhm.
in real life,
Mhm.
and then they
Put it on the screen.
put it onto a TV screen, and then they film the TV screen,
Ah,
and that is what you see.
that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
for
it looks-
what, for
'cause it looks just
visually
like
what
that.
it is.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
that's exactly what it looks like.
if you hadn't told me that and gave me like a few minutes to think about it, I would have been like, did they put it on a screen and then
Yeah.
film the screen?
Yeah, because it doesn't
'Cause
make
it really-
yeah. They halfway
But-
through were like, we're just gonna change the tape. Can you
Yeah.
just change to tape?
But like
No.
to your point earlier, Craig, when you were talking about like things to keep the budget, like that is a it's like not even an effect in terms of like
No.
we didn't have to do anything really to make this
Yeah.
effect happen,
Yeah,
but it does. If you let it gets the point across that like this is a weird dream message and it's like
Yeah.
fuzzy and
Mhm.
kind of out of focus. And I don't know, like I feel like my dreams are kind of like that in terms of like the colors in my dreams are usually kind of off.
Yeah.
And like things are not always like in focus or like exactly. So like it that did work for me. It's like a weird
yeah,
bit
yeah.
to throw into the movie,
It's
but I
a-
kind of loved it.
It's one of the creepiest parts of the movie, and like very foreboding. And it's kind of the same without having the jump scare of the Signs video.
Yeah.
It's just there's something about watching something that's not completely you're not in control of what you're seeing, because in that case, the camera operator is moving and there's kids get in front of things. It's this weird chaotic energy of you don't have the full picture.
Yeah.
Everything is distorted. Even the voice that's explaining what you're seeing is not.
It
clear.
also like slams you into. There's no pre-dream that like morphs into this. It's just like a person is there, they go to sleep, and then we just get slammed into this, which is like, okay, did somebody hack this VHS copy?
Yeah.
And we're not watching The Prince of Darkness anymore? What's happening right now? So like it unsettles you in that way, and then the whole bit of it as you're getting like more and more information, it feels like such a wild swing to like bring in the like aliens from the future thing. And I love it. I think it totally works for me.
So just Phil, imagine you're in high school or maybe even in middle school. You fell asleep with the TV on.
Ooh.
And then you woke up and it's 2 a.m. and this is what you see. That is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When I would go to sleep in those years and wake up in the middle of the night, it was always somebody trying to sell me a CD of rock ballads.
Yeah. It was always like it was like 90s arena rock, or not quite arena rock, but like I don't know why like Bush is coming to my brain. Like wasn't
that feels right.
What is that? It was always like glycerine. Like I remember seeing like that a lot. That's not arena rock. What is that rock even called? It was just like
sludge
rock, sludge rock. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because like Pearl Jam would be kind of in that vibe.
Yeah.
Is it just grunge? Are we talking about grunge?
Kind of.
It was, but it's post grunge.
I think it's post grunge.
It's like post grunge.
It's not Nirvana.
It's like pop grunge, I guess.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the homeless population.
Yes.
Who is making it so they can't leave.
Yes.
And
because you're listening to us talk. You're like, well, why don't these people in the church just walk out the door?
Because they are being led by Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper and a bunch of indigents are standing outside waiting to kill anyone who leaves the church.
Yeah.
Because, and Will, I don't know what you're about to say, but I'm cutting you off, because they've been eating the bugs that have been living on the soil that have had I don't know if they've been eating the bugs or they've just like
been near the
bugs that have been touched by the green Satan goop.
That honestly, that is one of like that whole sort of like side plot of like Alice Cooper. It's weird that it's Alice Cooper at all, because it doesn't really. He doesn't like
it. It didn't need to be
right. It's
Alice
like
Cooper.
It's just like kind of a weird cameo, and then halfway through the movie, you kind of like forget that he was there at all.
Yeah.
So the reason that he's in the movie is because John Carpenter worked with Rowdy Piper, and they live. Well, I guess he didn't do that until after this, but he was going to like WrestleMania and stuff, and that's how he ended up in the movie too. And he met Alice Cooper there, and Alice Cooper's like, "I've always wanted to do a horror movie."
Wait, Rowdy Piper's in the movie?
Is in They Live. Is in this next
They
movie.
Live. Oh, I see.
So that's the connection there, is that they met at WrestleMania.
Just all met at WrestleMania.
Yeah. And so
the more I learn about John Carpenter, man,
he seems cool.
He seems cool as hell.
I was watching a review of this, and the guy mentions, you have to watch the commentary for this movie too, because John Carpenter is such just an old grouch the whole time. The guy's talking about, oh man, just how'd you come up with the way of lighting this? He's like, well, I turned on the lights and I aimed them at the actors. And that is just.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of the lighting.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I was going to talk about in terms of like unimpressive things.
Oh, okay.
Was the it was bright, which I thought was kind of interesting.
It's kind of strange.
It was kind of strange. It wasn't. There was no like.
Churches historically have terrible lighting.
Well. So the camera work, the effects are one thing, right? Those were cool. I thought they were good, like in a low level. But the camera work plus the sort of like lighting, which is sort of all the director of photography stuff, wasn't like interesting. Do you know what I mean? It was like a lot of the times they were like in a room and the room was bright. And I was like, I don't know where the light is coming from. It's supposed to be nighttime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It gave big B movie vibes.
And that's exactly like it had a very B movie feel to it in that sense where it was just sort of like, this is just lit, you know?
It was lit. I loved it.
Yeah. No, I it is what it is, but it was one of those things where, so I watched it, I enjoyed it, but as I walked away from it, like, and time has gone by, I've sort of like seen more kind of faults in it. It's not sat with me super great. I don't think that it's necessarily a bad movie. I think it's a very clever and smart movie in a lot of ways. Like it's one of those movies that feels like it has a really good script and a really good, like, you know, it's directed pretty well, but there are parts of it where I'm kind of going like, I feel like it had a troubled production or something. Do you know what I mean? Like one of the things is the homeless people. I understand what you're saying now about like they were like near the bugs that were in the, but like at the time I was sort of like, who are these people? Because like later on, like people get possessed by this goo. And they all die, and they're
the
like,
way I was reading it is that the homeless people are possessed. I am reaching for that a little bit because I don't feel like it gives you. The only thing that it gave you was that the lady is holding up a cup of dirt and bugs.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
And then at one point later, at multiple points later, there are bugs.
Yeah. A lot of bugs.
There's a lot of bugs in this. But there was something more specifically like directly connecting the goop and the bugs. And I was like, oh.
Yes.
They maybe didn't eat the bugs. That seems wild. But like they're near the bugs and they've touched the bugs. So they've gotten the green goop on them over time. But it's like
a low level amount because when the creature like is defeated, they all just kind of like go like,
they just walk away. And I think they've just been around the vicinity a lot longer than anyone else.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, but I just feel like little things like that were kind of like me kind of it's not that it took me out of it, it's just like I just feel like I not being able to figure out why that occurred.
Yeah.
Was sort of like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. That's one of those things that I don't feel like you have to really put a laser focus on.
I'm of two minds where I'm sort of going like, well, you don't need an explanation for like everything. But this movie feels very smart. And so
there's only two parts of this movie. There's in the church and there's out of the church.
Yes.
Out of the church, if that doesn't make sense, 50% of your like thing.
Yeah, and it's not like it didn't like take away, but I don't know. I just kind of like felt like I was like, what is? I kind of wanted more there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
And
that part does feel kind of unfinished or like not colored in all the way.
But there was one performance in this that I just like, I loved.
Dennis Dunn.
Which one is Dennis Dunn?
Is that
he's
that's
the chauvinistic?
Right? Yeah.
No, it's not him. It's the black guy. I tried to figure out what his name was. I couldn't find it because I couldn't see any pictures.
Yeah.
The guy who gets his like neck slashed and stuff. He just seemed like a regular guy. He was just a guy in the movie. And then, but when he gets possessed, he becomes insane. And
my God, yeah.
And him like looking at the mirror and you're like, why is he acting this way? And you realize the mirror is huge. Like it's how they get into the dimension, but you don't know that at the time. And he is just giggling and laughing and looking at the mirror and like crying. It's just such a good.
So unsettling and terrifying.
I really, and him like when he cuts his own neck. I can't remember why that happens. And he's like singing like a song as he does it. Like I really like that character. I was like, I don't like this guy. which I think was a good thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't
Right.
like watching this guy. I don't like when he's around. I want him to go away, which I think was perfect for the character, you know?
I think my biggest gripe with the movie is when Dennis Dunn is stuck in the closet,
Mm-hmm.
which may or may not be on purpose as a subtext.
Oh,
he mentions-
he's like super.
Because he's mentioned that people have assumed he's gay before.
Yeah.
But he's very chauvinistic, and it might all be a front. And the fact that he's stuck in a closet for like the second half of the movie,
That's
with
pretty funny.
but when he's stuck in there and they're trying to get him out, I think that really like slams the brakes on any forward momentum.
Yeah.
the
It's
movie
also
had.
very strange that they're just looking at him and they're
Yeah.
not like doing anything about it. Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie has a lot of like, like, it's weird. It's like, it's really masterfully crafted in a lot of ways, especially at the very beginning when you're sort of like the longest intro credit sequence of
Yeah.
all time, which I enjoyed. I love
Yeah.
that. But it feels rushed. I don't know. There's something like a little bit like,
Well, there's like unwritten rules that you don't know and you
Yeah,
never get
yeah, yeah.
explained. It's like, well, they wouldn't do this, or the homeless people are possessed because of this, and they wouldn't attack them because they're just there to protect the lady getting possessed.
I think the problem is there's a lot of elements in this movie. There's like a
Mhm.
lot of different things occurring, like sort of like different ways in which the not magic, but whatever dimensional stuff works.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it. And so when it all kind of like culminates, you kind of want to like feel like they all are connected in some way, and you don't always get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like it makes sense to me that this isn't one of John Carpenter's like remembered masterpieces, but I do feel like it does feel like a movie that like Sam Raimi would make, and it would be the one that everyone still loves.
Yeah.
In a weird
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not that Sam Raimi's like a bad director or anything, but like, I don't know. Like,
I know what you mean.
yeah. It's sort of like, it's like a weird, like, sort of like a lot of John Carpenter's movies feel like home runs. And this feels like, what's the word for a thing that happens in baseball?
Like
where
a
it's
half basket.
A triple?
half basket, or maybe a triple. There we go.
Triple,
Thank you.
double,
Thank
single.
you. A double or something.
I don't
like
know
that.
why you looked at me for
Yeah,
anything
sorry.
sports metaphor related.
I don't know. I looked at both of you.
So this is kind of going into a category of movie that I have been watching a lot of lately, which is what I'm calling Delta Green movies. Which Delta Green, Will and I have talked about it on this show before. It is a tabletop RPG game that is
Hold on. I somehow turned the Yodo player on.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, why does that sound familiar?
How do I turn it off is the question. Do you know
You're
how?
supposed to hold the right button.
It's not working.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here.
Here, you do it.
she just throws it against the wall.
I hate that thing. Okay, thank you. Anyways, I'm making a note. 26 minutes in. I gotta edit this all out. Okay, sorry.
So Delta Green tabletop RPG, dealing with like Cthulhu-esque mythos in modern day,
Yeah.
with like secret agents and whatever. And this feels firmly within like just like weird events that are happening, and we're following like an investigative team that's
Mhm.
dealing with it. And it is just like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of movies in this genre.
Yeah.
It is, I'm realizing it's always been my favorite genre of movie.
Yeah.
Just always. All of my favorites, like that I would watch with my dad on like the Sci-Fi Channel. This was the parts that I liked, was anything that mapped with Delta Green.
Yeah.
And so I really, really liked this. I've been watching a bunch of other movies sort of in a similar vein lately. So this was just like a really nice
Yeah, I mean, like
great
you've
one.
called it like cosmic horror before,
Yeah,
and I think
love
this
cosmic horror.
this is very much in that
Mhm.
genre.
Love it. Yeah.
Of,
Also, you will hook me 99% of the time if you do like the Catholic Church
Yeah.
is right, but not quite.
Yeah.
yeah.
But not in
yeah.
the way you want.
But not in the way you think.
Yeah.
The like grown up Catholic, the like as a not grown up cat. What am I trying to say? As someone who grew up Catholic,
Yes.
I love when a movie is like, oh yeah, the church, but actually it's this,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
also aliens,
Yeah.
or like demons are real, but they don't give a shit about Catholicism.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're probably there.
I mean, we haven't
unless
talked
you
about
have-
the ending at all.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we could talk about
go,
the ending.
Yeah.
Everyone
Uh,
explodes. The whole church explodes.
Yes. So, and I mean, yeah, we didn't talk about anyone getting possessed. Basically, the radiologist, who is it? The radiologist?
Yeah.
And everyone's just
Yeah.
like, oh, the girl with the glasses.
Yeah.
It's like,
Where's
I'm
this
sorry.
person? I don't know who that is.
I don't know
Oh, the
who
girl
that-
with the glasses. Oh, I think I
Oh.
saw her.
yeah. Everyone's trying to bang each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
And
So
it's grad
horny.
students,
it's grad
of course.
students. What do you want? She goes down, looks at it, and she notices that the Satan soup is going up, and so she looks up, and then she was so amazed that her mouth was open, and
Soup
she-
got in her mouth.
yep, Satan spit in her mouth,
Ugh.
and and then from then on, she just kills or possesses everyone else.
Mhm.
And we get to the final part where they possess the poor lady who the only thing she did was bump into a instrument, one of the scientific instruments, and it leaves a brand on her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's marked. She's
She's
the
been
chosen
marked.
one.
She's
for
the
whatever
chosen one.
reason.
And so now she is like the vessel for
Satan's
Satan's, yeah, which is like the anti-god, and they're going into the other dimension to get the real Satan, like Satan's father or something like that. It's
Yeah.
and it's like a big Satan hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like they weren't gonna go too out of the woods on that one. That is
Yeah, yeah.
just what it is.
So yeah, you realize like there's like a weird moment where she picks up like a makeup mirror.
Oh yeah.
And she like tries to like she's like staring at it and like she tries to put her fingers in it, but it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And then like later on, she goes to the mirror where the one character was like giggling and laughing at it. And then essentially it seems to be that mirrors are the portal to the hell dimension or whatever, where this Satan daddy is. Right. and so she is trying to go through there, and the main female character realizes what's occurring and runs and pushes her in. And then the priest, in his only moment of anything heroic, which he spends the entire movie like crying in the corner, smashes it and just essentially seals not only the possessed lady, Satan daddy, but also our main female character.
Is her name Kelly?
I
wanna
can't
say it was
remember.
Kelly.
Yeah, I think
This is not a
Kelly
movie
sounds
whose
right.
names I did not clock a single person's name into this sort of hell dimension. And so the movie,
Catherine.
throughout the whole movie, there's been like a romance between Mustachio guy, who's our main character.
Porn stash and Catherine.
Yeah, porn stash and
Yes.
Catherine. So he's obviously disappointed to see her disappear.
Yeah.
And then the movie ends with him having yet another dream of like sort of the Brotherhood of Sleep dream, where it's like that VHS copy, but instead of the same, like the Dementor shape that we were seeing, it's now the shape of girl.
of
Yes.
Catherine coming out.
And
And
it's-
you get to see her for real coming out. And so he wakes up and he's like, sweating and everything. And he goes up to the mirror and he's just about to touch it. And then it cuts to black.
Yeah.
So
Very Inception.
yeah, I like the ending.
Yeah, I do like that. I thought that, but it is also one of those things where I was like, okay, so no, wait, what?
I mean, it's part of the Apocalypse trilogy for a reason, as in, like, The Thing. It's kind of a feel-bad ending. Where
Yeah.
we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, hey, so maybe we solve the problem, but also, and it's like, cool, just like real life. Great.
Yeah.
So if we were to give this movie a score of 1 to 5, Craig.
So I'm not gonna give it a 5 out of 5,
Mm-hmm.
just because I do realize that there are some issues there. Like I said, the part where he's stuck in there and no one's doing anything, it just seems like everything grinds to a halt,
Yes.
and I start losing interest in the movie.
Fair.
So I will give this 4.5 out of 5. Getting stabbed by a bicycle.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that. That
Yeah,
didn't
Alice
make
Cooper.
any sense. Alice Cooper had half a bicycle.
Half a bicycle.
Yeah, it wasn't even a full bicycle. It's half.
And he just like poked it right through a man like it was butter. And
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like your abs would have stopped that. There's like no way.
I do want to mention the other part that I love is the whole scene with the guy out in the courtyard.
Yeah.
And one, like, the camera angle of the lady coming with the knife, very Sam Raimi, just like focusing on the knife coming forward. It's one of those blink and you miss it moments. But
Yeah.
and then when he turns into the Bug Man, whatever you want to call it,
Bugs Bunny. We'll
just
call him.
like they're just doing their thing, and all of a sudden they can hear hello.
Yeah, but he's like,
Hello, I have a message for you. You're not gonna like it. Like, that part's really creepy to me. I like that one.
Yeah.
Well, what also is interesting about that part, that is like the first time, like, I think half of the characters realize something is happening.
Something is
at
actually
all.
wrong.
And like this guy just falls to pieces into
Yeah.
a pile of bugs. And it's
Guy's
like,
head falls off.
Oh, well, no, wait a minute. Phil, what do you
What'd
got?
you give it?
I gave
Two,
4.5.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I think that seems totally fair. I really, really like this. Definitely not without fault, but yeah, I'm gonna give this 4.5 out of 5. Am I crazy? Or are we stroking ourselves heavily here?
Now, all of his lines
You could pass for Asian.
were simultaneously hilarious, but also sucked.
Sucks so much. Yeah, no, I really liked this.
Yeah, I think I thought you guys, honestly, I thought you guys were going to go a lot higher. So I was like thinking I was going to be the detractor with the 4. And I sort of feel like I need to go lower, but I won't. Because
You go however low you feel.
no, I was going to give it a 4.25, and there's like that doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
because I think I liked it the least. But yeah, no, I'm going to give this movie a 4.25. School's out for summer out of 5.
Church is out for summer.
Church is out for summer. Yeah, no, to me, this feels like a movie. If you told me this was John Carpenter's first film, I would be like, this is impressive.
Yeah.
But because it's like after The Thing and after Halloween and stuff, it sort of feels like it feels a little half baked or like badly budgeted or something. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
Well, it has no budget, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which exactly. And so like it. I don't know. John Carpenter is one of those people who I know he doesn't feel like he's ever been like really a success in a weird way because like he's never like he like had one big blockbuster hit and they all kind of were flops after that, but then like got critical acclaim later. And like I don't know. So like I feel for him in that sense where it's like everyone's like, you're amazing. He's like, well, tell all the people who needed to tell me that
Yeah.
when it
30
was
years
happening.
ago, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
the funniest part is Halloween is such an iconic movie that people don't even associate it with him.
Yes.
Just
yeah.
Michael Myers is just the character.
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
has
yeah.
overtaken everything to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, I mean, when I was younger, I just knew Michael Myers. I had no idea
Yeah.
who the director was. I didn't care.
Right, yeah.
So, Phil,
Yeah.
you're going to be picking our next movie.
Yes. So I have a few choices. Let me just start by saying the roller coaster I went on. Dennis Dunn is in Warriors of Virtue.
Oh my god.
And
What?
I was like, oh man, these guys talk about this movie.
Oh no.
And
I have all the toys in the basement. I can bring them all up right now.
now here's the thing though. I was
no.
I know I'm not gonna like it, and
So?
it's gonna be weird because it's your guys' thing.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's a
mine.
bad
and it's
movie.
gonna
No,
feel.
but it's a bad movie.
It's bad.
No, I know that.
Okay. So
but
you
it's
didn't.
not.
I'm hearing you didn't pick it.
I
and
didn't
I'm
pick it.
Getting my hopes back to a normal level.
I looked into Theodore Rex
And
with
you
Okay.
didn't pick that either.
Whoopi Goldberg
So
as a
this
cop
is-
with a
Well,
dinosaur
if
for
he
a
picks
partner.
a Dennis Dunn movie, you can still pick Warriors
I know.
and next. So
Yeah,
He's not going to.
Uh,
I can tell by his face.
that was the only one that Dennis Dunn was in.
oh
that was,
no.
Okay, so the two, it's okay. So I narrowed it down to 3. Steve Merkovich, the editor of this movie, also edited Fire in the Sky,
Okay.
Okay.
which has been on my list for a while.
Yeah, that's a very famous alien movie.
Yeah, I've heard it's
Is that the
Pretty
one
freaky.
with Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey? Matthew McConaughey?
one more time.
Rain of Fire.
Yeah, Rain of Fire.
That's the dragon
That's
movie.
the dragon one. That's
No,
not
it's
this
not.
one.
Matthew McConaughey. I don't know
You
what
got it.
happened. My tongue
McConaughey.
got stuck on the roof of my mouth. Anyways,
Robert Grasmere did visual effects in this and a movie called The Unholy and The Mothman Prophecies.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
kind of leaning towards either The Mothman Prophecies or Fire in the Sky.
so what
I
you're
mean-
telling me is you haven't decided.
I would lean Fire in the Sky. Just
Okay.
'cause
I
I've
don't know either of these.
heard a lot of good things about that one.
I've heard good things about both of these movies.
Yeah. And then, I mean, there's the Mothman. I have never seen Mothman Prophecies.
We're going Mothman Prophecies.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Is
Yeah.
that what? When did that movie come out? Do we know?
Sure.
Oh,
Got Richard
2000
Gere.
Just give me some ears.
I want
Eras.
to say
Did Richard Gere-
2003.
2003. Okay.
Let's see.
So post 9/11. Let's see what kind of America.
2002.
Oh yeah. we're
Very
walking into.
post.
Mhm. Not very. Not really.
Not very post, rather, is
I was
what I
gonna
meant to
say.
say.
It's like hardly post at all.
Hardly
Probably in
post.
pre-production when it happened.
Yeah. Oh,
or even in
speaking of,
production.
if you want a real bummer,
Yeah.
do you want to know how Victor Wong died?
How?
He had a heart attack, staying up like all night trying to find out what happened to his kids on 9/11.
Oh.
So he died September 12th in the
no.
middle of the night because they were in New York City. They were fine, but he couldn't get a hold of them.
Oh,
And he had a heart attack and died that night. And that is just,
Jesus.
it was devastating to read. And I needed somebody to like
Yeah.
live in that sadness with me.
that sucks because he
Yeah.
died not knowing that they were fine. Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that.
You know,
Yeah.
thanks for that. So
Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We are listening, liking and subscribing. Is that it?
I
Am I
don't know.
saying that right?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, liking and subscribing is usually what you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Craig, you have done this perfectly
I know.
for 5 years.
Yeah, and then I got to look, and so I was like, wait, is that it?
Oh, from who? From me?
You give me a look all the time, so.
I actually avoid looking at you, so maybe that
okay,
was the
that's
problem.
yeah. Bill, no. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Yeah.
If you want to tell us which forgettable character that you are in this movie, because there is way too many characters.
I actually like that about this movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it when a movie's got like a big cast and they're like characters coming in and they just say stuff and then they disappear.
That big doofy guy lasted way too long.
Which big doofy guy?
He was the one who made it until like the last 5 minutes, then he got turned.
Oh yeah, he didn't even have a name. I don't
Well, I
think.
know.
I think in the caption it was just like Man
Guy.
4.
Yeah.
And he-
Awesome.
Anyways, if you like what you heard, nope, that's you.
This episode was brought.
This episode was brought to you by Veronica Norland. Yeah. If you want to hear your name shouted outed and want to help support us, consider to become a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandshrug.
If you like what you heard, write it on a piece of paper, put it in a vat, and leave it in there for eons until it turns into gray mush. and then whatever major religion in the world is there at that time will hire a bunch of scientists to look at that vat, and then out of that vat will spring this weird green juice, and then somebody will be possessed by it, and they will then tell me from the future through a video and a VHS in my brain what you thought of this episode.
I've done that before.
That's all for this one. I'm Phil Kessel.
I'm Will Chodas.
And I'm sad Craig Norland.
Oh, bummer.
Go watch this movie.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
text me about your cosmic horrors.
Yeah. Definitely watch this movie. It's a good one. It's a fun
It's
one.
absolutely worth
It's
a
worth
watch.
your time. Yeah.
And then also text me about your cosmic horrors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let me know your favorite Alice Cooper song.
Yeah, it schools out for the summer. He only has one song.
I mean, mine
He just plays that over and
mine's
over.
only Women Bleed.
Let's just end the episode right there.
I mean, I don't know where to go from
I
there,
don't know
so...
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.